All right, I'm putting us on. So we are on. I no, I didn't watch a single thing. We had a wedding thing in Sturgeon, well, just a little south of Sturgeon Bay, but we went and saw some friends that were renting a cabin or cottage thing in Sturgeon Bay. Or no, Jacksonport. So we went and saw them poke their kids a couple times because we haven't seen them in over a year and a half. Yeah, yeah, kind of, more or less. And then we went to the wedding thing, and then we went and had 2 beers at Bridge Up Brewing, which it is new. They've only been open for like a little over a year. They said it's in. So Sonny's Pizza apparently moved right next to the harbor, right before you cross the bridge in Sturgeon Bay, and Bridge Up is literally in the same building in the basement. So you can either go into Sonny's or down the steps into the Bridge Up. And so if you're yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was busy. We sat at the bar, so we didn't have anybody around us, kind of, because it's a short bar. But if people are waiting for pizza, they give you a little buzzer, so you can go down and drink in the brewery. There's small batch. Oh, I suppose I could put audio on. Speak things.
Speak things.
Yep.
What?
Say things.
Say things.
Good day.
Things. Things.
Perfect.
Bidet.
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 Bidet. Good
Bidet.
man. Good bidet. Good
Did
sir.
I?
Bidet.
So what were you saying, Cooch?
I was just asking if they if they just cover all base, kind of like a title town. Do they just do a general thing, or do they specialize in we make fruity IPAs or something?
They had a lot of IPAs. So they had 7 beers on tap, which I shouldn't say only, but I guess they're small batch, which means that they don't have giant boilers and stuff.
Like
They only
turn it over all the
yeah.
different flavors all the time.
So they had a porter, 3 IPAs, cream ale, pilsner. No, pilsner. No. They had like 7 beers on tap, and then they had 2 guest beers.
Interesting.
But they were good. Yeah, they were pretty good.
How do I?
Maybe I'll stop in for a growler one time.
Yeah, I would recommend it if you enjoy beer. I would try it. Can you move your mic a little closer to your face there, Cooch? I think we had this discussion once, didn't we?
Well, I can't actually, but I can move my entire apparatus closer to me,
Oh, that works.
or I can move closer to the apparatus.
That both works.
All right, I'm gonna turn my light on back here.
Just hold your computer right up to your face like this. Smush it. Are you having issues, John?
Yes, I am.
Are they of the computer kind or the mental health kind?
Yes.
Well, I can help you with one.
Let's see. Where the hell is the rest of my shit now? Now let's get you.
I hope in the toilet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I left it there.
See what I did there.
I do see what you did there. What? Oh, no, you're supposed to go that way. You go that way. Okay. No. You. Jiminy Christmas.
Jiminy Christmas?
Yes.
Why is my voice only so loud? Be louder.
No available other windows.
Feels pretty loud to me, but I can log into Twitch and see what's going on there.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, for some reason. Oh, I can crank it up here a little bit. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. Testing.
My other pile of testes. Okay, so this is the other one. So let's take this one out of full screen as well.
Out
Now,
of full screen.
there we go. Yes, finally did what I was looking for. Learning how to, you know how you have snap on Windows computers, where you snap to one corner or side? Trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to do that on the secondary monitor here on my Mac.
That sounds like fun.
Well, there's apparently conditions in order to see the other windows, and
Oh,
nothing can be full screened apparently
yeah.
if you want to select something else when you snap one to the side. So
Yeah, yeah. Window snapping is a tricky, fickle. Morning,
Fickle
Scootin'
friend.
Jack.
Oh, Squintin' Jack in the house.
Yeah, she left us a comment last week or during the week.
Nice.
She said she enjoyed it.
Tis been fun. I got comments. I got text messages last week about how it was a good anti-rogue session.
Oh,
It felt that way.
it was a hold me down, kick me in the crotch kind of game.
It felt that way. It definitely felt that way.
All right, I'm gonna go
Good
get coffee.
morning, everyone.
Yo,
Good morning.
what's going on?
I imagine we're probably, unless you guys decide to like pull up and get the fuck out of Dodge, we're gonna be in this place for another couple sessions. I'm guessing 3.
We'll see what we can do about that.
Whoa, you seem really hot.
I really was thinking that we were going to have to chase the dragon.
Is this better or worse?
No, I mean like really loud.
Okay.
Is it just me or is it for everybody?
It's his,
So
he might be loud. I think I have him turned down though, so.
I haven't changed anything.
Okay, well, I mean we'll make do.
It sounds okay on Twitch. Everybody sounds pretty clear.
Oh, okay. I just have to add our map back. For some reason, the map went bye-bye. And then I need to get coffee real quick, and then I am in the good. So how's everybody's week?
And spanding cheese. Good.
Oh, it's been fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was your night, genius?
Yeah. So I heard it raining at 2:00 in the morning. Thought, wow, it's raining pretty hard. And then at like 2:45, Katie comes in.
Did you
She's
hear
like,
it raining, or did you hear water running in your basement?
no, I heard it raining, and it's actually Katie comes in. She's like, water's dripping in the kitchen. It's like, well, that's not good. We had an issue a year ago that we had patched. There's a vent pipe from the basement that runs up in the inside wall between the kitchen and the garage, and we had it tarred about a year ago. And apparently that's probably the problem, that it didn't, it probably only has like a shelf life of a year. And so it was coming in. We have a small light in the corner, like right by the corner windows. And it was actually dripping from the light fixture, like the globe kind of thing. So nice thing is it has a nice point at the bottom of it. So it was dripping all in the same spot. So we were able to easily catch the water, but it's like, you never want water going through an electric fixture. So hopefully it's going around the actual wires and just whatever. So, but we got somebody on their way this morning to repatch it, and we're getting estimates to do the whole roof anyway. We got a couple of soft spots, and so but if Tom wants to get his coffee, he better go run for it. I suppose he's the one with the magic finger to start the show, so
we ain't going anywhere till I hit the button. Well, I mean, technically you could just bypass the audio and just start talking. I mean, just because, I mean, we're live.
I guess that's true.
I'll come back and John will be pointing at me.
Yep, exactly.
Bless you. That looked painful.
It came on fast.
That's what she said.
Too fast? Was it too fast?
Too soon? Too soon?
I'm hoping some.
Oh, isn't it? I need to look that up.
I'm hoping some skillful negotiations might speed up this particular encounter, because as I mentioned in my message last night, we really can't take a long rest here without a high probability of being found, seeked out, and destroyed. So the sooner we can get out of here, the better.
And yet we need a long rest before we go anywhere. So the ultimate dichotomy.
Yeah. So maybe we can use our allies, our temporary allies, as something.
Leap under the table. There's no adventure here.
It sounded like some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff there.
I have no idea on dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
That sounded yummy.
I got a jar of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt dessert.
It sounds better than freaking
Ooh.
Illithid Brains.
Dirt dessert. Yummy. Earlier. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Nerds, One Quest. I'm your host and DM, JC, a little distracted by my phone here, just make sure that's muted before we start. I am here with your three nerds, because, math is hard. And the man on the ones and twos pointing at me, making sure I'm aware. Tom, I have no room playing Aronan this morning. How you doing, buddy?
It's a finger guns kind of morning.
Finger guns. And then, of course, we have one Ryan Crixus Kukta looking dapper in the Packer gear. The family night was...
family night, which means somehow we got all the way back around to football season. Good Lord, the summer flew by.
I wasn't able to watch who won last night.
That last voice you hear, of course, is the legend, the lore master, the lazy dragon, Jeff Doc Williams.
Good morning to everyone.
If you were in pre-show, you realized Jeff has not slept much last night.
Yeah, it rained a lot, and that wasn't conducive to my current state of housing.
That should make that should make it good for the show, though. If you're anything like me, if you don't sleep, you get a little slappy and you get a little weird.
Oh yeah, and I plan to be a little slappy ahead of time, so this is really going to be interesting.
Yeah, Jeff's just slappy by nature.
Fair enough.
Is that like a rap group from the 90s? Slappy by nature.
Down with OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
Who, me?
Jeff, do you got a recap from us, possibly?
I do. So we started out the episode after a large combat. Doc needed a rest, so Aronan and Crixus decided to check out the big bedroom to the north. Aronan was not very lucky in some of his rolls and choices, finding a statue to deal some significant psychic damage to him,
That's putting it
and
lightly.
then opening a trunk, which, upon removing the very valuable contents, was also triggering some poisonous gas clouds. So then Aronan needed to also join Doc in the short rest. And then we set on down to check out the other rooms on this floor. The first room, of course, had a chest in it that turned out to be a mimic, which was entertaining since Aronan, again, was there first. The other room was relatively uneventful. And on the way back towards the elevator, we stopped in the dining room and found the ancient-looking Grandalfa Musgart and her yummy spread of food. So, quick limerick here. For gold, Aronan is quite ambitious, but the traps in this place are quite vicious. After 22 psychic and 18 poison gas, next a mimic, so then Aronan must pass on a meal he won't find delicious.
Nice.
All of that is super accurate.
So at this point, you guys, Crixus and Doc have both sat down at the table. The Illithid heads placed before them. Doc, did we really get into your reaction to this when this Illithid head with the top taken off of it is placed in front of you?
Yeah, I think Crixus and Doc both had some Constitution saving throws that went moderate.
Yeah, but
and then,
I'm talking about your like headspace overseeing an Illithid head sliced open in front of you.
better sliced open than some kind of a trophy on the wall that may or may not still have some life animation to it. So, but yeah,
Fair
Doc will be happy to be away from it, but he's understanding this is kind of a important meeting, I guess.
Aronan, have you sat down yet? You were refusing to sit at first, so you're still standing.
Yeah, I ain't sitting.
Okay.
F that noise.
So Grandalfa is sitting there, and she's sitting there, and she pulls a little chunk of meat out of her soup and up to this little dragon. The little dragon kind of looks at it and grabs it and tosses it. And she goes, "Oh, okay. You don't like meat, then that's fair." And you guys realize this is a little like mechanical dragon. It's mechanical, magical type thing. It's not gonna eat meat necessarily, but it does sit there and just kind of waddle around the table, playing with a spoon once in a while, and kind of looks at you guys inquisitively. So, are you friends of Zardoc?
No, we actually came here because we heard he was a threat to 10 towns, and we were sent.
You froze.
Oops,
We were sent to.
We were sent to see if we could take care of the problem.
Well, the problem is well, he is a threat. He's not entirely mentally stable. He's a bit mad. He wants to take over 10 towns. And he wants me by his side while doing it.
And how do you feel about this?
I'm less than enthused, you could say.
Do you know where he is right now?
I assume he's in the forge on the lowest level. I could be wrong, though. This level is clear now, thanks to you and what you've done in the barracks.
I have an oh
It's just me
shit!
and my guards.
I have an idea. This is meta game.
Oh shit!
Check my inventory.
While you're checking your inventory, Crixus is going to say, "It appears, though, in our struggles, we neglected to stop the blue dragon from exiting and heading for 10 towns. What?
Oh, his construct, his weapon, the
What can be
shard-lidded
done
dragon he
with
was
that?
building.
Oh,
Well, it is programmed as a pre-programmed flight. It is purely mechanical and magical. It's much like this little guy right here.
Indeed.
Hey,
Honestly,
I'm
yes.
just cutting right to the chase. How many people are
Yeah.
downstairs with him?
Oh, people downstairs with him. Oh, there are several.
So
Fuck you,
Doc,
Tom. I gotta count this.
during the short rest, Doc was just doing the math on the fact that there were 9 guards that we took out, and that was 1 shift out of 3. So there's got to be at least 18 more. Would be Doc's just quick math on that. We don't know if they're all together, if some of them are working, if they're
good
literally
Lord.
those are only the guards. So
I would estimate between 30 and 50.
Fuck. That does not bode well for my idea.
Sorry, it's such a broad range, but that's me trying to add the numbers I was reading about this morning. I keep reading this chapter over and over again every week. But it's between 30 and 50 in various places. This level that you're on, the command level, is the medium level. I mean, the forge level below you is twice the size of this level.
which makes sense if it's if it's an active dwarven refinery type whatever.
Yeah.
Doc is waiting for Aronan or Crixus to do anything important, otherwise he's probably going to take over this particular conversation.
Would you be willing to help us?
Help you how?
If we put something in his drink, or if you could summon him up to this level where we could give him a drink, would you give it to him for us?
What is it gonna do to him?
It is going to...
It's what Tom's been trying to do to somebody all along.
Well, I don't need him to shit his pants, which essentially what I was going to do, side note, was if there wasn't going to be 30 people downstairs, I was going to have her bring a tray of drinks downstairs to everybody by the forge and have everybody drink the shit drink and then have him drink the one, and I'm trying to find which one the other drink is. Is it just knocks him out?
Oh, the old granny made some lemonade trick.
Oh yeah, the dragon's blood alcohol makes subject pass out. So I guess what I would do is the dragon's blood alcohol into his drink so we could essentially kidnap him.
Are you bringing this up right now?
Actually, you know what? Yes. So I'm going to say what I would like to do is give him a drink that makes him pass out so we can take him somewhere and interrogate him.
She kind of barks a laugh at this moment. How long have you been with your companion here? You do understand us dwarves, we are not very susceptible to the common drinks of you surface folk. She takes a swig of her
All right, so Doc's gonna look at
foul
Crixus.
mushroom brew.
Doc will look at Crixus and kind of give him like a meaningful stare, and then do the same to Aronan. Turn back to Grandalfa and start speaking in Dwarf. And to Crixus and Aronan, it almost sounds like he's threatening, but in Dwarvish, it's actually just like a negotiation style voice, like a tone. So, and I'll do more of the gist of what I'm trying to say because, it's a lot easier to convey that. So basically saying, just understand that we know that you don't really want to be here and we don't really want you or them here. And our goals may align for now, but that's all. Kind of we're not allies, but we're not enemies temporarily. We want to take out Zardoc, and the rest of his clan is yours to take, to join your forces, to whatever you want to do with. If that happens, you can go back to the Underdark and do whatever you please. The sun has not been outside here, but we expect that it will not be long before the blazing sun will be back in the sky, and I know that you don't like that. So what I would like to propose is that we give you an hour, and you send out your allies and clear all your allies out, so we don't end up hurting someone who is on your side. If they can clear anybody else out at the same time, just so that it's easier for us to find and take him out, take Zardoc out. And what we would like is for then, when the hour is up, you stay here. We'll go do what we came to do, come back and let you know, and then you leave and we'll leave. And when you leave, you take what you want, because we'll probably be coming back to either destroy or take over this fortress with the armies of 10 towns. And that's kind of what Doc wants to convey as, as best as he can in a negotiation. Like, it's the best. It's not ideal, but it's the best for both of us, kind of a way.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Thank you for advantage. That was not good. Persuasion 14.
14. She ponders it for a moment, grabs her drink, takes a swig of it, and does that swishy around in the mouth so she can taste it some. Swallows it. How about this? I give you these. And she reaches into a pack and pulls out 3 medallions. It's similar to a medallion that you see attached to her shoulder. She says, these represent my house. You be here as official guests of mine. This should get you anywhere within the fortress without much question. I will not remove my allies, because there are many. And removing them would be too obvious of a thing. But when the moment is right, feel free to make your attack. You will have allies. Just give me about 20 minutes before you continue to explore. Fair?
Jailbreak trope. Love it.
Without consulting his companions, Doc will agree to that. I assume she was still talking in Dwarven or Dwarvish?
Yep. Still talking in Dwarvish. She hands the 3 medallions to you.
Okay.
Then goes about eating.
Crixus is gonna...
Actually, before she goes about eating, she calls one of her cooks over, and says something in Dwarvish to them. Make a perception check, Doc. I don't know if you'll actually be able to. Actually, no. You'd be able to read it. Never mind. You'd be able to read it because she doesn't cover her mouth. But she whispers to him, alert the others. The moment is coming. Be prepared.
Doc would ask if you can locate where he is currently, that would definitely speed up our operation.
She grabs him as he starts walking away. She goes, find out where he is. And then lets the guard go, and the guard leaves the room.
Actually, I have to go in and unbar it because I have the rod. So I'm going to go...
Yeah.
He goes over to the door, and he's like, the fuck is this?
I'll go over, and I'll just kind of look at Doc and say, is this good?
Yeah, Doc will nod.
All right. So I'll take it down. I'll put it back in my bag of holding.
When you go to grab it and click it and move it, he looks up at you and he goes, oh, you got a weighty pair on you, don't you, lad? Locking yourself in a room with us. And he goes through the door laughing. And as,
That's
as
good.
laughter fades as you close the door.
The impression is worth more than the actual competence in any situation with dwarves.
So Crixus
So then-
is going. Crixus is going to say to Doc, Doc, is that you're going to have to ask her? Is that dragon a threat to 10 towns, and is there any way we can call it back?
Yeah, so Doc will excuse himself and grab Crixus and just go huddle in the corner with the other two and kind of explain what he said and what the plan is. Is the assumption we need an hour? Is Aronan and needing a short rest to use some hit dice?
Oh, I need an hour. I need some band-aids. I need a beer. I need crutches.
I think we can do
Crixus
everything
needs
but band-aids.
Crixus needs some spell slots, a nice maiden. Like,
Not sure we can get you the spell slots back, but
Hey,
There's a couple
that-
of maidens a floor down.
I was gonna say that the
They may-
Illithid Queen person in the room there,
Might not be ones you want, though. Just
or
saying.
not the Illithid, Dark Dwarf lady.
Mhm.
warming the
The-
cantaloupe. Is that what we're talking about?
So Doc will explain what she said, what she offered, and tell Aronan to start resting if he wants to. And Doc will would also take a short rest only to get back his action surge. And during that time, attempt to make conversation with Grand Alpha and ask the questions and include Crixus in, and back in common, asking the questions that about the dragon and about what his plan was and whether or not we're going to go back to 10 towns that is definitely different and potentially destroyed. So whatever information she might have, if she has any.
His weapon is definitely dangerous. His it may be, if it's gone. It left earlier. It may be too late for you to do anything about it if you did not chase it immediately. What you may come back to may not be the most pleasant. The only good you can do now is stop him. This is his plan, is to take over the surface, and it starts by weakening the armies. Then releasing the creatures he has found. He has a whole menagerie of Underdark denizens in cages that he plans on releasing into 10 towns to wreak havoc and damage, and then he will proceed to clean up the pieces. Your best bet now is to just keep those creatures from being released. The dragon will do its damage and come back. It's, like I said, it is magical, mechanical. It's programmed to do what it's going to do, and then it's going to come back.
Is that something that, if we do take care of Zardoc, that leaving the dragon intact would potentially result in a future threat to 10 towns if someone else were to get their hands on it, if it's pre-programmed?
If we eliminate Zardoc, I will destroy the dragon. I want nothing to do with his plans. This fortress is plenty. It will be an outpost to my kingdom in the underground. It's why he wants me, is because I control most of the ale trade in the underground. He wants me to control it above ground as well. I have no interest in being above ground.
Doc will continue to enjoy his stew.
We need to get this plan moving, then.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and prop myself up in a corner with a chair, just kind of sit in it, lean back. You know how you kind of tip yourself back so your legs are up.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
pull my cloak up over my head and just kind of cross my arms and
Short rest.
short rest.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead. All y'all take a short rest.
I took mine already. I'm good.
Okay.
Not as good as I had hoped, but good. I got 20.
Got all
back.
your hit. Okay.
I'm out of hit dice now, though.
It's good to know. It's the best we can do with what we got. Hopefully we meet limited resistance with some allies and get this over with quickly and get out. So, all right. End of the short rest. I guess we're watching for the sign that we should be good to go.
Yep. And it comes up.
Hey, quick
About-
side note. Genius, did you tell us all of the plans? Because it was told in Dwarvish. I'm assuming you would have over the course of an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not
that's what he was saying.
everything that I said because she kind of counter-offered with a little bit different. So, but everything she said.
Just the basic
And
idea
her-
of what we're doing, and
The medallions, the allies, the enemies, and hopefully she'll find out where he is.
okay.
The guard comes back and comes over and whispers to her. She looks up at you and says, things are ready for you to proceed. You should be able to get around here with minimal effort. We are taking care of your mess in the barracks up here. And he is in... where is it? I gotta find it. He is in the temple currently praying. Look at the map and figure out where the temple is. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Can she give us a general idea of
Like
where?
up or down?
Up or down,
It's
north or
it's
south?
on the lower level. It's on the lower level. There's nothing for you on the upper level. That's just essentially the launch bay for the dragon. The upper level's a couple of gear rooms, a couple of guards, and the massive doors. The huge elevator shaft that raised the dragon construct up to. There's no need to go up there. Worst case scenario, I have half the Durgar up there are my allies. So
You're saying there's a huge shaft.
yes.
Okay.
Did
I'm
you
gonna-
not see it across the hall?
I'm going to ask one last question. Do you have a map for us of the downstairs?
I do not.
I feel like Tom asked that question to all the ladies.
I'm a guest here. I know where my quarters are. I know where it's fairly open. When you head down, you're going to head down either one of the elevator shafts. Let's see. And that's the thing. If you look at it, X12 and X6, those little square boxes are where the elevator shafts are. That leads to, on the lower level, X22 and X30.
Wait, X22, the
X6
Marvel X-Man
leads to
X22? Is that the right one?
no.
Because we could
I
really
don't know.
use her. That would be pretty dope.
No, X6 leads to X22, and X12 leads to X30 downstairs. She actually mentions to you if you go to the training room, which is X12. So if you go to the training room and take that elevator down, you'll be right near the temple.
Good deal.
Ready to roll.
Since we probably finished off what was in Doc's flask, just after hearing Aronon's suggestion, Doc has a bottle of dragon's blood also. So he's going to pour half of the bottle into his flask and make sure that both Aronan and Crixus know that that's what he's doing, so that they don't accidentally take some. Who knows if we need it? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, hopefully at least we still get out. So, one last question, Grand Alpha. If things go poorly, do you know if there's any good place for us to hide out and maybe attempt it again in the morning? Is there any safe space or good place to hide?
mean, you can run into the Underdark. There's a tunnel to the Underdark down there. That's the only way out. Otherwise, the way out is the door you came in, or the door on the upper level. As far as hiding places, there isn't much place to hide down here, my friend. It's a fortress.
Good to know.
There are guard towers inside the forge. There is barracks mountainside. There is, yeah, beyond the forge, there's the throne room. There's the, let's see, I'll find the names for all this stuff. Temple. There is, where's 16 and 17? There are mines. Yeah, it's... If you went down X22, you'd come out behind the throne room. Or went down X6. If you went down by the guard post through... What is X6, guys? I'm talking with her voice like she knows where all these things on the map are.
All the doors are labeled.
If you went down the elevator in the guard post room, which is X6, you can come up in X22, which is right behind the throne room. It's an ability, but I've been told he's in the temple, which is right behind where the elevator from the training room goes down.
All right. Well, we should probably catch him while he's still there so we know where he is.
Yep.
All right. Everybody here's medallions if you want to pin them on.
I will pin mine on.
Attach them to yourself somehow.
I'll take the medallion. I have a potion of healing. I'm going to give that to Aronan.
Thank you, sir.
That's helpful. Hey, Aronan.
Hey, Mr. DM.
While you are sitting there, the end here, can you roll D100s for me?
Ooh.
Percentile dice.
Where is it? There's no D100.
It looks like 2d10s.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
If you're using the thing, yeah, and it's gonna give you a
How many am I rolling?
just one set. Let's make a roll. I need a number between 1 and 100 from you. That'll give us it.
57.
57.
It rolled off of 90. That made me sad.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, who knows?
I in this case, I always find that rolling.
Oh my God, 90 would have been great. But for the time being, until I tell you otherwise, this is actually kind of funny. You feel that you are the smartest, wisest, strongest, fastest, and most beautiful person you know. You become super arrogant. Like your arrogance becomes over the top arrogant, bordering on destabilized arrogance.
So I'm Ric Flair.
This is an indefinite madness condition you have.
Woo!
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I was too busy caught up in myself. What was that last thing you said?
It's a
This
madness.
is an indefinite madness condition you have.
Probably from something you touched, or breathed in, or ate, or
The thing is, the thing is, 90 would have been I can't take anything seriously. The more serious the situation, the funnier I find it, which would have been amazing. Right now, we just get a more arrogant version of Aronon's arrogance.
Breathe in my presence, people.
yeah. So good thing Doc had his moment of leadership there, because it's not going to happen now.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen.
So, what would you like to do?
Is that a sneeze? Gone.
Damn it. I hate that.
Aw.
Yeah.
That was such a. Yeah. All right. I'm going to. I'm going to. Stand up, stretch, flick back my hood, and go. Furt, and my cloak starts waving just grandly and elegantly as I walk towards the door.
Oh, that's right. You still have that.
I do.
I love that Furt is your word for it. Shout out to
After
Scott Johnson.
after tasting the mushroom wine, Doc's not excited about that jug that they found, so he's probably just going to leave that on the table when they leave. But he's going to keep the drinking horn from the one chest.
All right. So you guys make your way out. Where are you headed? You headed to the.
Sounds like the training room is the better, quicker option.
That'll get you closer. That will get you closer to him.
That's the plan.
Because the temple is X29, just so you're aware.
All right.
So you guys walk across the hallway. Actually, and Doc, you kind of looked directly when she mentioned that shaft, and you asked, so you got a big shaft, and you kind of go and look down that, and it leads down below, and you hear working and stuff, and up above you can see light and like snow kind of blowing in, kind of conflicting. Like there's cold air rushing down from the top, but warm air coming up from the bottom. There's kind of all kinds of swirly heat and cold in this large. What is this? 30 feet by 20 foot shaft that runs the full length of the fortress. You guys turn to the left and head down to X12. The door is unlocked when you open this room. There are braziers of hot glowing coals in all the corners. This is it's working to offset the cold air that's flowing in through a row of arrow slits. All those on the far wall are arrow slits. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth. There's 4 freestanding plates of armor. And there's a floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room. This is the elevator shaft.
Aronan is going to walk over to the training dummies and just shove one as hard as he can.
Roll initiative. As
went
the suit
just a
stumbles
second.
back and pulls itself right, and all 4 of them ready themselves into a combat stance.
Just before Doc was going to say, Aronan, don't touch anything, don't smell anything, don't lick anything. Just, we need to, we don't have resources.
23.
Let's see, Aronon's 23.
6.
You're welcome.
Doc is a 6.
I still have 4
what do
hit
you got,
dice left.
Crixus?
7.
7. Crixus is a 7. Let's see, what do they have? I just gotta roll this. I want to roll this to myself.
We got to teach Aronan a lesson here somewhere. Oh, wait, no, that's
The-
right. He's
the-
afflicted by some kind of a madness.
Yeah.
There's no
he's
sense.
He's,
There's no sense here.
what is there?
I'm the toughest guy in the room, dummy. Like, that's a
All right.
training dummy.
So you shove it, and it stumbles back, catches itself, and rates itself for combat. What would you like to do, Aronan?
I am going to.
Is the elevator open or closed? Like it's on our floor?
No, it's not on your floor. It's closed currently. It's not on your floor.
I am going to. I'm going to laugh. Like you have a chance. And then I'm going to. Does it have head? Is it like a full, like, body?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
Looks a bit like this.
Okay. I'm going to
Okay.
grab it around the body like a bear hug and suplex it.
Okay, give me a. Let's see.
Would that be an unarmed
In order
strike?
to do that, you need to make an unarmed attack to grapple it. This is two different actions you're doing. So
Okay.
the first thing you got to do is you got to grapple it, and then on your next turn you'll be able to move it, which will be that attack.
So unarmed strike.
It's not the most efficient way to fight something. I'm just saying, but yes,
22.
an unarmed strike. Yep, you are able to grab it around the waist. So you have a hold of it now. I could say because you were right next to it, for your movement and bonus action, I'll allow you to suplex it. So give me 1d6, and we'll treat it as 10 feet of falling damage. Make sense? Because you kind of lift it up over your shoulder and bang.
One.
All right, Crixus. Aronan he shoves the suit of armor. All the suits of armor take this posture to like fight, and he grabs one and just flips it over and drops it on its head,
The only
leaving
thing
both
I do
himself and it prone.
Yeah. All right.
Can I use the rest of my movement to stand up?
No, you used your movement to do the suplex.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Your movement and bonus action.
All right. Can Crixus tell if these things will fight if we do not engage them?
Make an Arcana check.
15.
You've seen stuff similar to this before. You think they will fight until defeated, and then they will set back up.
Awesome.
They are
All right.
they're magical training dummies. That once they're contacted, they activate, and then they stay active until you defeat them.
All right. I'll Sacred Flame the one nearest to Doc.
Okay. I changed my mind. Aronan, you can stand up. He's still prone.
Okay.
We'll say you use half your movement to stand up, half your movement for the suplex. Sacred Flame, the one next to Doc. Okay. So we'll say this one's next to Doc. This is Aronan's. All right. Oh, 8. Oh no, that was your damage.
Sorry, I have to.
It's got a dex check or is it an attack roll?
It is a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. His modifier is 0 on his dex, so you guys will see this as it pops up. So 11, so he fails.
All right, so 8.
8 points of damage to the one next to Doc. Okay, Doc. Bolt of flame. Your friend decided to pick a fight with a suit of armor and suplexed it. And Crixus, without explanation, just decides to unleash a sacred flame on one of these. Do you say anything, Crixus? When you realize that these are training armor?
Yeah, because I know from my Arcana that these things will attack us. I kind of say, once engaged, we need to defend ourselves, boys.
Okay. So you got that information, Doc.
All right. I think Doc's pretty much resigned himself to whatever Aronan does. We all have to clean up the mess. So, since the one is
kind of becoming that.
Since the one is prone, Doc would probably can Doc get to it without opportunity attacks on him?
No, he'll get an AO one from the one that he was closer to.
All right, I guess it's probably worth it. I will go past that one to the one on the ground, knowing that it's going to be easier to hit.
Okay, let me make that AO. This is just a straight roll plus his. What is his? It's +4, so 13.
13 misses.
Okay, so he misses
All
as you
right.
walk away from him.
So going for the one on the ground, prone, attacking at advantage. Oh, so close. 24 to hit, 12 damage,
Ooh, nice.
and second attack. Oh, it was on the 20 for a second there. dirty 20 to hit and 7 damage.
All right.
Can I tell how it's looking? Like it.
It's on a. Yeah, he doesn't look very well.
All right, I'm gonna. Since I know there's 4 of them and only 3 of us, I'm gonna use my action surge. So glad we had that short rest. While he's on the ground, it might be the only chance I get. Yes, 19, which is a crit.
Nice.
So let's see, that's a 12 and a 5 is 17 plus 3 is 20 damage on that hit.
That one, you pummel it several times repeatedly into pieces, and then like you notice the arm kind of falls off and head kind of rolls off to the side, and the legs kind of shift off to the side and stop moving. And then at a point, like the magical light in it kind of fades.
Nice.
And then it re-engages, pulls it all together, and stands up completely stock still.
Okay.
In front of you.
I will say, don't touch this one, and I'll go after the one that was by me originally with my last attack.
You move your movement back to the one that was by you originally.
And 18 to hit.
They're about 15 feet apart. Just hits.
For 12 damage.
For 12 damage. That one doesn't look very well either.
Okay, good. That was a good turn. I like it. I'll be done.
All right.
He hit 4 times, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he had 4 hits and strong, and one of them was a crit.
Advantage on the prone ones.
That was a good turn. The other one that is closer to Aronan walks up to him and swings at him. Keep in mind these are +4 because I'm using digital dice and I don't have their modifier in this. So 12 to hit you, Aronan?
Nope, negatory.
Nope. 12 does not hit you. And then his second attack. He has 2 melee attacks. So there it is.
Of course he does.
So again, this is +4 to whatever this roll is.
Good title, Cooch.
16?
6. Oh, that is my armor.
All right, so it's 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. So 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning. So 5 bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to
as he slams his fists overhead into
uncanny
you.
dodge.
Uncanny dodge. Okay.
So that'd be
So
2.
you take 2. Correct. That's the one that's now Aronan. Okay, I remember that. And then Crixus, the other one, is going to move over to you, seeing that you have Sacred Flamed his buddy. And he is going to do 2 slam attacks, +4 to each of these. This first one is a 9. Or no, 13, sorry.
Does not hit.
13. Yep. Second attack. A 12 does not hit. So he swings
I'm
at you
able to
wildly
block.
twice, trying to slam you.
I'm able to block both of those with my shield.
Excellent. Yeah, just literally Captain America. And we're back to Aronan. The one in front of you that you suplexed, Doc properly dispatched it, stood back up. He said, "Do not touch it."
Yep.
There's one Doc is currently engaged with that does not look like it's doing so hot. There's one that just came up and slugged you, and then one that Crixus is currently fighting, but somewhat successfully blocking its advances. Actually, very successfully blocking its advances.
I'm going to laugh really loud and say, these dummies must be set on easy. And I'm going to
Take inspiration, Tom, if you don't have it.
I
Show
already
title
do.
for that too.
You need to start using your
I
inspiration.
know I
because
do. I know I do.
You're playing into this madness, and it's fantastic.
I'm going to step into like a palm strike into his chest,
Okay.
and I'm in the moment. I'm not even worried about pulling out my weapons. I'm just like I am.
Mhm.
This is me. I palm strike him right in the chest.
The one that was hitting you?
Yeah. Otherwise, because if I go after
Yeah, okay.
somebody else, I'd have an AO, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But if you went after one of the other two, they're engaged with someone's sneak attack. It's up to you.
I would be so. I'm concerned about the one in front of me. I don't need their
Okay.
help.
Fair enough.
Rules
True. Playing into the madness.
rules interpretation question. Sneak attacks generally for a weapon attack and not unarmed strike if he said he's not pulling out his weapons. This is one of those weird things because he's a monk and a rogue, and I would say it's a DM decision.
Still feels like
I
a
would-
melee attack.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
still feels like a melee attack to me. I
This
mean,
is-
if it says melee attack. Oh, but it says melee attack with a light or finesse weapon, correct?
Correct.
Sorry, your hand's a finesse weapon. Let me. We'll look that up, but
is-
I would give it to him for this fight.
This is a rule of cool versus rules as written type.
I
Yeah.
feel like a rogue monk,
I'll
if he
do some
snuck up
research
on
on-
someone or if he was engaged, the
I want to say yeah,
feels
because
like it
he would
should be.
freaking know all the pinch points in the shit where to
Mhm.
hit you on the back of the head to knock you out instantly type thing. It feels right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go with it for right now.
and we can have
Do
this
some
discussion
research this
offline
week.
too. We can.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one
I'm
think-
ruling. He gets sneak attack right now
Yeah.
with his hands. If
I
he
think
wants it.
this is a thing every party that has a monk rogue has to have the conversation because, yeah.
It makes sense because my hands are
It
my
does.
weapons now.
It's been had many
Sneak.
times, and we can talk more offline about it.
All right.
And Tom has sneak fingered me before, so it completely makes sense.
It's true. It's true. 23 to hit.
So, anyways, yes, 23 hits.
8 damage.
It is. All right.
And then I will use my other hand. So I'm going,
Does
and then pulling back with the other fist, or with the other palm. So I'm doing like a.
that work?
So
Does he get 2 attacks as a level
I-
1 monk?
I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think you get yes. Yeah. You
yeah.
don't have flurry of blows.
It's only
until you have-
1
until you have monk points, right?
key points. Yeah.
Key points.
Yeah.
I think that's level 2, but he does
2,
have
yeah.
the offhand attack.
Which would end up being 1 point of damage, is what it will end up being.
It's a
correct?
D4 because he's a monk. His
Yeah.
fists are weapons.
Oh.
So it's so I have +7 to my hit, and then I have 1d4 +4 for my offhand as well.
Yeah, it's listed under bonus actions, I think,
Mhm.
right?
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Monk.
God.
Monks.
Monk.
Yeah.
Monk. Monk rogue. It's something.
That's Monk Rogue. That's something. There's another show title. What is it?
It's just funny, man. Matt Mercer going rogues, man, and then in the second campaign it was monks,
Crit.
man, and I got monk rogue, man.
Crit hit.
Oh,
Love
good lord.
crit.
Crit. I crit with my offhand. Oh, I'm so happy.
Ugh.
I really am the strongest and the best.
That's gonna be a show title. I really am the strongest and the best.
9 damage.
9 damage. Is that doubling your die then? The 1d4.
Yep.
You
You
did
had
double.
1d4 plus 4. Okay, so 9 damage to that one. Oh my god, that's fantastic. He's not looking so hot either.
Aronan was
Um,
impossible to live with before.
What were the other 2 show titles?
Yeah, no shit, right? I don't remember.
I don't
Crit
remember.
with my
These-
offhand.
These dummies must have been set on easy, I
Oh,
think was
okay.
one of them.
Yeah, these dummies must have been set on easy. Are you done with your turn then? You're not moving? Staying where you're at?
Uh-huh.
All right, Crixus. Yes, Crixus. Crixus's turn. You are engaged with one. that came to you to fight you. You blocked it twice. Aronon's engaged with one that's pretty damaged, and so is the one Doc's fighting. And one has put itself back together and stood up.
I'm just gonna try to attack the one in front of me with my hand axe.
All right. Swing away.
17.
Just misses. He actually does this funky thing where he kind of like, you go to swing at his neck and the helmet just kind of lifts up and all you slice through just like this arcane energy and the helmet comes back down, landing on top of its head.
Crixus.
and then there's a like a robotic ha 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 like it's taunting you.
That's great.
Crixus swears in his native tongue, and then internally he's very impressed and really wishes he could detach his head to avoid attacks from time to time. But turn over.
All right. This moves us on to Doc.
All right, just gonna keep wailing on this guy. Oh, again, it was on the 20 and rolled back. Dirty 20 then.
All right,
at least the
hits.
damage rolled well. 14.
How does this one die, Doc?
Wow.
Keep in mind it'll come back together at the end and
Yeah.
stand up.
Okay, so knowing that it's going to come back together, Doc will again. He's enjoying using the flat side of the axe. So on the swing that he feels really good about connecting, he's going to go right for that like hip joint between the leg pieces and the chest pieces, and try to just make the metal just scatter like a big like yard sale explosion.
And it kind of does. It goes ching, and the legs kind of go sailing away one direction, the torso the other direction, hits the wall, and the arms kind of fall off, and the whole thing just kind of goes ching, and it stands back up.
It's like, well, that's fun. I want
Almost like when you take two magnets, like from really far away from each other, and you get that moment where they just kind of go whack and snap back together. It's a lot like that. Then it stands up.
Yeah, Doc will yell it. I need one of these for at home, and he'll turn around. Which one's closer, the Crixus one or the Aronan one?
Aronan one, because you were closer to Aronan.
All right, I will.
You guys were fighting the same one in the beginning.
Okay, I will go up behind the one that Aronan is fighting and make my second attack. And 22 to hit.
Yep.
Man, the damage dice are doing well. 12 damage.
Oh, fantastic. This thing is barely hanging on at this point.
All right, that's all Doc has.
All right. That armor will actually turn around looking at you.
After
it got hit in the back of the
after
head.
Doc's hit, after the thing explodes, I'm going to scream, "Well done, Doc. Almost as good as my punches of fury."
Turns around, swings over the top of your head. That's a 1, isn't it? Wait a minute, freeze. Yep.
Oh,
It didn't pop up on my screen. Yep.
That one.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Yep, so that's a nat 1, so it swings over the top of your head with its first fist, and then it's not frustrated, but realizes it recalibrates and realizes you're lower, and then swings for 18.
18 will hit.
All right, so then that is 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. Ooh, 8.
All
Got a
right.
crit on the damage dice. So it recalibrates, realizes where your head is, and wham! Right upside the head. Crixus, the other set of armor is engaged with you. He's going to slam his fists on you. 13.
Not good
And
enough.
Not good enough. And then a... what is that one? A 15?
15. Also
15.
not good enough. I'm effortlessly parrying these attacks, but annoyed.
All right. Then we're back to the top, Aronan. You got the one in front of you that looks like it's hanging on by a
I am going to.
In fact, there's like this arcane arc that's like running from its shoulder socket down to its arm, which is hanging about at its knee. And the one knee is kind of, the opposite knee is kind of cocked in, like at a bit of an angle. He doesn't look very healthy at all.
I'm
Punch it in the
gonna
ding
do
dang.
my fists. I'm gonna do my fist of fury again. I'm just gonna reach my right arm back as
Boom,
far
boom.
as I can and just
Okay.
I'm gonna fist him.
Punch away.
Does not mean what he thinks it means.
25.
That hits.
I am all in on these fists of fury, man.
I'm
8
within
damage.
melee, so
Max
if you're
damage.
allowing sneak attack, I mean, he probably doesn't need it, but
Yeah, you do have sneak attack on this because
Oh.
Doc is within melee on this one.
8 unarmed strike damage. It showed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then
Yep,
another
how does that one die, Doc?
12.
How does that one die? Because your first punch kills that one.
As I punch.
Keep in mind, it turned its back to you.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it turned its back to you to fight Doc.
Well,
You would not
I
do
punched
that.
right through its back, and I grab whatever's in the middle of its chest, and I just rip it right out, and I hold it up as a trophy, and I
So
throw it on the ground.
You punch in and you grab whatever, and you're not sure what it is, and you pull this. I don't know. It looks like a bolt or it's probably about 12 inches long, about an inch in diameter. And you just pull it out of the middle of them, and it's like this arcane, glowing stick. And when you pull that through the suit of armor, the whole thing just collapses right there. And then I need a strength saving throw from you as you're holding this arcane rod from in the middle of it.
11.
11. Suddenly, it just right out of your hand, it just yanks this rod right back into the middle of it, comes together and stands itself right up in front of you. Almost like what you pulled out was like the magical core component of it.
I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna do the Hogan All American. What is that? The All American.
Okay.
That's how it's done.
With your second attack?
That's how it's done, boys.
You have your movement and a second attack yet.
Yep. So I'm gonna go engage with the one Doc is or
Crixus.
Crixus is
Yeah.
engaged in.
Yep. Okay.
That'll be bonus action.
I need help. I only get one attack every.
15.
15 does not hit.
Ooh.
You're so proud of yourself coming off of the first one that you turn around and go to throw your fist at the second one and just completely miss. Your overconfidence has got you overjudged where it was. Wow.
Damn it! He moved.
Yeah, and
He didn't actually move. Anyone that actually watched, he didn't actually move, but Aronan is so confident he believes he moved. It's not his fault. He was in the right spot.
And his weird supernatural head turns around and he laughs again.
Let's see. That brings us. That was Aronan. Back to Crixus.
All right, I'm still gonna just whack away at the guy in front of me.
Yep.
There we go. Critical. This will do some damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
10.
10.
It's about as good as it
Excellent.
gets.
And you doing anything else? Passing your turn.
Nope. That's it.
All right. All right. That moves us on to Doc. There is one of these suits of armor remaining standing that is currently in combat with Crixus and Aronan.
All right. I will join the fray and take a swing.
All right.
Every time, dirty 20 for 7 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah,
We're wasting all of our
looking a
good
little
dice.
weak at this point.
And that'll miss.
That'll miss. All right. Okay, so that was Doc. That suit of armor comes right back at you, Doc. Couple of slam attacks. 14 hit you?
No.
How about a 18?
Yes.
All right, and we got the 1d6 plus 2. Total of 6 bludgeoning damage as this thing slam attacks you. And back to the top to Aronan.
I'm going to fist away.
All right.
Oh, damn it. 11.
11 misses.
Quit moving. Bonus action.
Ha.
Mine must not have been set to
Oh,
easy.
this is not good either. 13.
Mine must not have been set to easy. What was it?
13.
13 misses as well. Crixus.
I mean, whack away, right?
Yep.
So here we go. Oops. Let's try this first. Let's try to hit first. 22 to hit,
There you go.
and then I'll take the damage that I rolled, so 5.
All right. Anything else? Doc's turn.
Nope.
Doc's turn. What you got, Doc?
All right. After getting hit twice, Doc will use his bonus action to second wind, gain a little hit points back. So that's 11.
Okay.
And then attack. Nope. And that was a huge cock dice. And nope. This is the one set on hard.
Good lord.
Who put this one on hard mode? Double miss.
It's almost like he's laughing out
It
of
laughs again. Yeah.
2 voice boxes.
Yep. So he's swinging at Doc. Oh yeah, this is the one that's on difficult. It's a 23 to hit.
Yes.
For 4 damage, bludgeoning damage, and his second swing is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's for 7 bludgeoning damage. Aronan.
Finish
feel
him.
like- I feel like I inspire our enemies, just like the female Durgar. Like the one I'm engaged with is always badass.
Yeah. It's like you emanate like a strength smell. Anybody within your area or your aura, it just takes on like this. I
So
will
tiefling
succeed.
pheromones.
Yeah, right.
Let the hate flow through you.
Yes, I can feel your anger.
You want this, don't you?
I'm a unarmed strike. I'm going with my. Oh, damn it! Stupid side of the screen bumped it off of the net 20. 21 though.
Not how that works.
21 hits.
That's how it worked though.
Definitely
It
sneak
isn't a
attack
dice
on
box,
this.
it's the side of the screen. Yep, there's sneak attack on this.
So 7 plus. Come on, sneak attack. 7 plus 12? 19.
7 plus 12, 19 total. How does this one die? What do you do with this one, Aronan?
As I reach,
He's in the middle of laughing. He's going, ha, ha, ha.
as I do it, I reach in again and I pull out the core because I want to see what it really looks like up close. Now that I know what it is,
Okay.
and I tell him,
Make
"Shut
a
up,
make
you
a strength
bastard."
saving throw. Make a strength saving throw.
9.
Make an Arcana check.
Rogue monks are good at Arcana checks.
Plus 1,
Sure.
12.
12. Looking at it, it reminds you of your immovable rod. It doesn't have a button on it though, but it has this magical energy around, and just kind of the glow that you see in the suit of armor when it activates. And just about the moment you're like going, oh wow, this is kind of cool, it gets yanked out of your hand again and pulled back to the body, and the whole body snaps together, and the room is suddenly eerily quiet.
I'm gonna say, glad I did that. That was a good warm up. And I'm gonna stretch out and we go, man, these are tougher than I thought. And hold up my fists and just
You
kinda
suddenly
shake 'em.
hear a mechanical chain and gear system as the elevator starts moving,
Just as I had hoped.
coming up from the lower level.
I'm gonna go stand in front of the door with my hands on my hips with my cape still flowing. So I'm the first thing they
Okay.
see as they come up.
Oh, it's a cage, so as they come, you'll see them come up, and it's a lone Duragar that comes up, and he comes up, and the gate slides open, and he goes, you're in here for some training, then, huh? You're friends of what's her name? Gildalfa?
Grandalfa.
Grandalfa? You're friends of Grandalfa, I see.
I'm just gonna ignore that and say, I'm Aronan. These are my companions.
Aronan. It's nice to meet you, Aronan.
And we are
Welcome to Sunblight Fortress.
why, thank you, sir.
Is there something you're looking for downstairs, maybe?
Yeah, we are headed downstairs. I'm just gonna walk past him and hop in the cage.
Take the single door, not the double doors. Double doors are going to the priest's quarters. The single doors will actually lead you into the temple, and that'd be more proper.
Thank you, sir. I know where I'm going.
Down we go.
He cocks an eyebrow at you when you say no where. He kind of smirks and laughs. And, yeah, sure you do. And goes walking out of the room. You all pile into the elevator then?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You sound so dejected, genius. You sound like I did last week.
Well, I was at 66 at the beginning with an action surge and a second wind, and now I have 52 hit points and neither.
You're welcome.
Because Aronan wanted to touch a suit of armor.
Yeah. What are you looking at, dummy?
That's literally what happened. What are you looking at, dummy? And then started combat. So you guys taking there's a lever inside that you pull to take the elevator down. It drops and it noisily moves down this elevator shaft. It gets warmer as you move down into this next level. When you come down to this level, there's a Durgar standing outside the elevator as you slide the cage open. He doesn't look like he's alive. He looks like he's more of a construct than anything. It is very much a Durgar head with beard hanging out over this armor, but he's bald on top. He's got like this cowl, this mechanical cowl that kind of comes up and hovers about this high over his head. On one arm, he's got like this giant, like two-pronged claw that can open and close that he could grab stuff with. In the other hand, he doesn't have hands. It's literally this giant mechanical claw and a big frickin' hammer. He looks like some sort of mining apparatus built out of a Duragar's body. Kind of like almost like it's well, think Darth Vader. He's more machine now than man.
The Terminator.
He takes one look at you and stands up straight. And you turn and look. There's a set of doors or a set door to the north. There's a large gear in this room that you see the chain wrapped around that powers the elevator. There's a set of double doors to the east. The single door to the north is what would lead to the temple, you were told from the dwarf you saw above, and the double doors leads to the priest quarters. Where would you like to go?
Well, we were told to use the single door. We're only gonna get one. Assuming he's in there, we're only gonna get one shot at surprise. So if everybody wants to ready something, be prepared for whatever we find on that side. Or is there anybody have any reason for anything other than combat if he's in there? Any thought on negotiation? Aronan with his newfound confidence.
This man must be stopped, and I will be the man, half elf, to do it.
Oh, we gotta wreck this guy to stop that dragon. That's the number one and only thought.
Okay. Marching order.
Let's go.
All right.
What do you
I'm
want?
going in the room. Aronon first, apparently.
I'm going, man.
He is the strongest, most beautiful, wisest. He's walking.
And the only
So
one
it's Aronon
with
first.
and the only one with a significant ranged weapon.
If you guys want to try and grab him quick, I'll give you a dexterity or strength check to try and grab him. He can oppose it if he likes. I assume he would.
I mean, I certainly want to go first. So
Okay, so you go to grab him.
I would certainly try to stop his move
Okay.
while saying, "You must allow me to proceed first." And oppose strength check. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
10.
Got it, Aronon.
The one time my strength is good, 15.
Oh, he kind of shrugs it off. Doc, are you going to try and stop him at all?
No. He seems like he's got this in the.
I'm
the
actually
bag,
going to
so.
turn around, like, shocked that he would suggest such a thing. Crixus. But look at me. I am an imposing figure. Do you think he's going to not cower and kneel down before us?
He will not subjugate to you.
That's the word I
This
was
is a
looking for.
Durgar leader.
When
We shall
Aronon
see.
when Aronon turns around to do that, Doc's gonna run through the door.
Okay. Doc, you run through the door. Inside this room, you see a couple of different things.
The only opening I had.
That's fantastic.
In the middle of this room, facing the double door, it's that circular thing on the map that you see, is a 7-foot tall statue of a female Durgar. She's in a scale mail robe. From her eyes up has been lopped off on the top of the statue, and there is a stone brazier up there that's giving off this flame. At the base of this statue, chained to the pedestal, is an emaciated, malformed creature with purplish gray flesh. It's got a bulbous head. You recognize what this is, but it is twisted beyond belief. This is a mind flayer, and all its face tentacles have been cut off and like scabbed over. You can actually see the mouth of it, the toothy maw that would actually open up, that the boring bone would come out to dig into someone's head. It is like he is completely. Let's see. There's one more thing that's going on with him, and I forget what it is. And there's a huge in like his forehead, rolling back up the side of his head, there is a massive cut that has been stitched back together, about 6 inches long on the top of his head. He does not look like he's doing well. About 10 feet in from the statue, Zardoc is there on his knees. He is a soot-stained, gray-bearded Durgar. There's a black, jagged crown on his head and a spiky black gauntlet on one hand. The gauntlet and his crown seem to be made of a similar substance that little dragon was from. That Grandalfa had. What would you like to do?
You said the mind flayer looks to be chained, like as in chained
Shackled.
like.
He is
Okay.
shackled to it, and he's got the gouge on his head. His tentacles have all been removed. In fact, when you enter the room, he kind of lolls his head to the side and eyes, and you hear a voice in your head. It says, "Strike now, strike quick."
All right. So if each of those squares is 10 feet.
Yeah.
10. So he would be probably just Zardock would be just within range of 25 feet from the door then, ish.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Doc's gonna take that opportunity then while he's on his knees.
All right.
And go for it.
So you're gonna charge and attack?
Yeah. So between, I guess, surprise and him being on his knees would be advantage.
Let us here. Let's do this. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm not gonna do this. This will be a surprise round. It will just be you. It'll be a surprise round. Make a charged attack.
Okay.
That's right.
Cool.
We'll do it that way. I know surprise rounds don't exist in 5e, but in this moment it seems appropriate, and it'll be easier to pick up next week if we do it this way.
Natural 20 thanks to the advantage.
Holy crap.
And a kid.
So that
Or add a dwarf.
22 points of slashing damage. And second attack. 22 to hit, I assume hits, and
Yep.
7 damage.
Bulwark Smasher!
All right, so you go charging in up underneath to get, like, he's sitting there praying, and you come up under, basically get his head up to, and his eyes flash open as he gets clocked into the chin, and you come down over the top and bang right on top of his head, and we'll stop there as you charge it and make these two attacks. That was actually a really good opening for with the crit.
Yeah.
And
Doc doesn't know what his backup is going to look like, as Aronon's been pontificating there in the other room.
We'll have to find out.
we will start next session with initiative.
Awesome.
Yeah. This was a fun session, man. Who knew being an arrogant jackass would be so much fun?
You did.
Even more arrogant jackass, you mean?
Character flaws are always fun to play out.
Yes.
Whether it's arrogant, whether it's dumb, whether it's whatever. It's
for sure.
Love to play those out.
Yeah.
All wrestlers will tell you it's more fun to be the heel, right?
Oh, for sure.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens after all the fun fighting is over, once I am still Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Go back and see Eliana.
With a newfound confidence and some little blue pills.
On that note,
yeah.
Thanks to everybody for popping in. Thank you for joining us every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. We are Two Nerds One Quest. We are clearly a D&D show in which JC is our D&D master, and we thank you for it, because this is
Dungeon Master, maybe D&D Master.
We're working.
Still got to look up rules here and there.
But I think I speak for everybody when I say that we are loving the story, and yeah, this is definitely going places.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we are moving now. This is chapter 3 of the book out of 6, I think. So.
Oh, nice.
We are in the heart of the story now. So
Sweet.
Love it.
You can catch us every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, like I said. You can find us anywhere that there are social things, kind of, sort of, except for Facebook, because screw Facebook, I guess. Twitter.com/2nerds1quest. If you want to give us some support, tell others about the show. Let other people bask in the glory that is Aronan, the Magnificent.
wow, this madness is carrying over to real life.
Oh, Stacey's going to hate me after this.
Oh yeah.
Um.
What do you mean after this?
Oh.
Give me some sugar, man.
Oh. Oh, that hurts.
No, she loves you. We know.
I totally lost where I was going with this.
Wow, I threw him off with
Yeah, you
that.
did.
He's rattled.
Yeah. So, support us. Tell other people. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us here, twitch.tv/TomMNorm, TOMMNORM. We do take Amazon Prime subscriptions now, so you can get some fun emotes, kind of like what I'm going to throw in the chat here. Oh, where is it? Where am I? Oh, all right. I'll do that later because I can't find it.
Can get like screen caps of our
Here we
faces
go.
doing funny shit and put them in there.
Here's one of me and John at a fire game.
Oh Jesus,
And
that is.
here's one of Genius. And here, I'm sure this is great for the podcast listeners. Here's one
Oh yeah, sure.
of Crixus with his Burger King crown. Yeah, so
Nice.
we take Amazon Prime subscriptions and also go to patreon.com/2nerds1quest. We have some fun rewards. I'm not sure what JC has in the queue for our...
Got nothing right now. Like we're moving faster than I can come up with these, which is it's frustrating.
So
I need to reanalyze what I want to do with that specific channel and if it's gonna continue to be polls or I may change that what it's gonna be. I may
Yep.
just start taking suggestions in
Yep.
that chat.
As of right now, it's polls. That's behind the scenes. We can talk about that offline, about
Yep.
how we want to proceed. But that is one of the tiers. The other tier is, see these little banners next to our names? I created those. I can create them for you. Oh, yeah, that's one of the tiers. That's part of the tiers. And I'm looking at adding coffee mugs. So I finally have that shop set up, and I'm debating on how I want it to look, but there will be coffee mugs. Woo woo.
If you need any help, we can make it a mass debate.
Also something to be done offline. I think that's against Twitch's terms of service. So,
well, off of Twitch, but
yeah.
online is
You
know,
So
you know what the internet's for.
for me, for Genius Lazy Dragon, for Cooch, and for the DMJC, I am Norm. We'll catch you next week.
Hasta luego. Go down, you have that time, and freaking Aronon walks in with newfound confidence and shoves the magical dummy active of him.
Like,
Fraction of
right
a
into the
second
GM's
before
hand.
Doc says something. But yep.
Oh,
That's how the cookie crumbles.
You are
It
so
was
very welcome
like-
for that.
I am like looking at that. I'm watching that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get him to interact with these at all. Like I'm like looking at him reading. I'm like, yeah, there's no way in hell they're gonna touch the thing that went on last week. Aronon walks right in and shoves it. I'm like, yes. Let's go.
On the positive side, it progresses my story in realizing that I actually have monk powers now. Because I was trying to figure out a way to.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that offline. I don't remember if that was chat or when we were
Yeah,
talking. But
we had that conversation for sure.
yeah, so that gave me a good excuse to figure out my monk power.
Monk. Your reading is paying off.
Yeah, Yeah, Monk for Dummies is good, man. Everybody should have a book.
It was fun.
I'm
It
shocked
was
that
so
my
good.
strength worked for the suplex.
Yeah, that your strength A worked for the suplex, and B that you actually beat Crixus on a strength check.
Yeah.
Like what?
You know, thinking about it, I should be getting advantage for all these things because of my overwhelming confidence.
You have inspiration.
I know I do.
If you use it and then play into your flaw, you may get it again.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have gotten it for pushing the dummy, but you hadn't used it.
Yep.
So you still had it. Use your inspiration so I can give you more.
Yeah.
I want to give you more.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's look at some show titles. If you're in chat yet, go to
hell yeah.
tommnorm.showbot.tv. Click that little link there in the
Oh,
chat.
there were show titles
Click that
all over
link.
the place today.
We need your votes. I'm
Oh
curious.
my god.
All the dummy ones. What are you looking at, dummy? These dummies must have been set on easy, and mine must not have been set to easy. I love that series.
All right, so I'm just gonna read these show titles off for the chat. These dummies must have been set on easy. We're Dwarvish. F off with your drink. Do you have a map of the downstairs area? Aronan the Arrogant. Doc the Cleanup Man. Aronan the Walking Hurricane. Aronan the Shitstorm. I really am the strongest and the best. Mine must not have been set to easy.
Just made me laugh.
What are you looking at, dummy?
I think these must have been set on easy because it sets up the other titles.
Mhm.
Like it sets up the mine must not have been set on. Like there's a lot that branched off of that.
I may
Yeah,
throw
I
some
think
extra
that's the
titles
runaway winner.
in the show notes, just runners up, just because they are good.
Oh, I mean, like it's kind of like you do a morning stream thing. These dummies must have been set on easy. Well, mine wasn't set on easy. Or you just run in today's show. What are you looking at, dummy? Oh, these dummies must have been set on easy. Well, mine was not set.
So we should do a.
Although you don't want to give all the laughs away right away.
Mm-hmm.
I really am the strongest and the best. Whoever just voted for that, thank you, because I love that one too.
I mean, that is something we could do at the end of the show, because that's what they do at the end of their live stream is they read them, and we could all just take a title, and then at the beginning of the show, because it doesn't give away the show at all.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't know what happens in the show, it could be talking about us.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These dummies must have been set on easy.
But then we would just be ripping off TMS, and I don't want to do that. I do enough ripping off of TMS.
Mimicry is the sincerest form. Flattery is the sincerest. Mimicry is the sincerest form of flattery. Is that
Something
what it
like
is?
that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a point between flattery and taking their ideas. And maybe that's just me.
It is what it is. And
Aronon's a thief. He's
Well,
not above stealing.
That is true.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, well, and the thing is you take it, and then after you do it 2 or 3 times, it ends up twisting a little bit into something that you do. I mean, like my introduction, like I have things I say within. It took till all 4 of us were here to get the I'm your host and DM here with these 3 nerds because math is hard. But that's become the introduction. Like that's the beat I hit every time. And I do some form of math comment based on how many people are here, and that is just what it is. And so, I mean, if you do something like take some titles and read them off individually at the end, sure, why not? We could all do that.
Yeah.
In this time, in the garbage time. I mean, technically, the stream is closed at this point. Not the stream is closed, but the show is closed. So this is post-show stuff. So this is Patreon stuff. That ends up on the Patreon podcast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean,
I love it.
It's not something that's public facing technically.
True.
So if we're mimicking someone who gives a shit, we're doing a D&D podcast, a D&D stream. There are several hundred, if not thousands, of these.
That is true.
You don't think I'm mimicking Matt Mercer saying, "How does this guy die?" You're kidding yourself. That's just my own phrase for what he says all the time.
I mean, last show, I think someone said, "Are we on the internet?" And that's directly copied. So
I did that because we're having, not the whole reason, because I was reading their book, The World of Critical Role. That happened because their first show, they had technical difficulties, like severe technical difficulties getting up, and they were like a half hour late. And the first thing Brian said on camera is, "Are we on the internet?" And it stuck as the opening to the show. It's how things develop like that for shows and how you get things. It's how Bidet developed. It's how Hello Bees developed. All just I mean, my entire home group still laughs when someone mentions being proficient in drums, which Julie is proficient in drums in the other campaign I'm playing it right now, which we all laughed when she said it this past week. Everyone that knew that moment. So it's
especially great with the drums thing when you actually can use it for something, in-game necessary. Like, oh, hey, this actually matters. It's not just that I'm a good performer. It's actually a plot point. So, well, cool. Well, I got to go figure out what's going on with Roof and stuff. So,
yep.
We will see. I may or may not be available next weekend. So I'm glad I got that nice surprise round in.
Yeah.
And we're kind of to that point. So, but I will see how this week goes with the Roof and such.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well. We should see you, or we'll talk to you. There's chat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I am definitely on for next weekend. So.
All right.
I'm
going to throw
where
us.
This story is going and loving it.
I'm going to throw us to a guy making a D&D map. It looks like he's probably
nice.
I'm guessing he's the GM making a map for his show.
Is it MCDM?
Nope. No.
Okay.
The name is Toby. I don't know. He's got. I'm throwing it to somebody that doesn't have a lot of people watching.
Okay. Sounds awesome, man.
Sure.
Do it.
Yeah.
See ya. Thanks again, everyone, for participating.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Catch all y'all folks later.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Right now.
All right.
That was good. That was good times.
So hopefully see you guys next week or the week after. So
sounds good, Genius. Yeah, I don't think I have any conflicts for the next X weeks because we're done with our vacations for a while. So.
Yeah, we're gonna squeeze as much as we can in now before school starts. So, but
I don't generally have conflicts unless I go up north. Labor Day,
yeah, we should probably skip Labor Day anyway. Just
because of the holiday.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
So. All right, we'll catch you later, Jeff. Good luck.
All right.
We're nearing the end of my homebrew campaign. Gooch. We're getting there.
I don't even
know
what to do. What are we gonna? I mean, man, that's brutal.
I mean, there's like 2 sessions left, maybe 3.
Been doing it
maybe
for
3
years. I don't even know what it looks like on the other side.